Let's talk about the best fast personal loans that you can get this year. I mean, it's really important to understand that if you are looking for a fast personal loan, you need to pay attention to this roundup. Number one, SoFi. I mean, we love SoFi for several reasons. Number one, they are very generous. Very generous. You can actually borrow from $5,000 to, guess what, $100,000. Can you imagine? $100,000. That's just fantastic. And the APRs are pretty good. I mean, you're looking at a range of 9% to 29%, in some cases 30%. That's really good. So $5,000 to $100,000, and the loan terms are actually 24 months to 84 months. So basically, you can get anywhere from 2 years to 7 years. It's fantastic. So this is a very fast loan, and the APR for SoFi starts at 550. We've seen cases where SoFi was approving borrowers that had 560, 575 FICO score. So, we love the fact that SoFi is basically has several ways to help customers save money. So they're not just here to sort of lend to you. They're trying to help you out as well. Of course, they can make money in the process. That's really good. Now, the way they actually help you save money is because, one way is that there are no origination fees to get a loan. You can also qualify for interest rate discounts for setting up autopay or direct deposit. That's really cool because then you have a lender who's really on your side also when it comes to budgeting. So this is a fast personal loan that you can get. And so what are the pros and cons of SoFi here? Let's quickly talk about it. First, the pros, you have same day funding. You have loans up to $100,000, 6 digits. That's just fantastic. No origination fees and rate discounts available. What about the disadvantages? Well, there is a high minimum loan amount, so $5,000. If you don't want $5,000, this could be a problem because you are going to start at $5,000, or you just go to another lender. And SoFi does not allow co-signers. And in some cases, SoFi might ask you for a good or excellent credit, especially if you are asking for a lot of money. Like if you want to borrow like $50,000 or more, they will ask for excellent credit. In terms of qualification, they want you to be a U.S. citizen, permanent resident, or a non-permanent resident, be at least 18 years old. You need to be making at least $1,000 a year. You need to have a government issued ID, and you need to have a verifiable income or a job offer to start within 90 days. So that's really, really cool. So when we talk about the best fast personal loans of this year, Upgrade is another big player. And what we love about Upgrade is that they're first of all, the loan repayment window is really flexible. You're looking at 2 years to 7 years, 84 months, fantastic. Now, Upgrade is not as generous as SoFi in terms of the loan amount because they are actually capping you at $50,000. But listen, it is still good anyway. I mean, you're talking about $1,000 to $50,000, fantastic. The APR is a little more expensive on when it comes to Upgrade because they're charging you somewhere from 9% to 36%. By the way, SoFi, you have a soft pull, so there is a pre-qualification process possible. The same thing is possible with Upgrade, so you can get a soft pull. So long story short, when you think about the best fast personal loan, you want to actually go with the Upgrade. And what we love about Upgrade even more is that here you are able to apply for a joint loan with your partner. So Upgrade allows joint loans, which can help you qualify for a larger loan amount or a better interest rate. And Upgrade actually offers both secured and unsecured loans, which can be really helpful for borrowers who struggle to qualify and who don't have someone to add as a co-applicant. And additionally, interest rate discounts can help you save money on your loan costs. So when you think about Upgrade, think about a minimum FICO score of 580. That's what we have seen in practice. And so the pros and cons of Upgrade. Pros first, Upgrade actually allows co-borrowers for joint loans, something that SoFi doesn't do. And you have a player that actually offers both secured and unsecured loans. We love that a lot in terms of flexibility. You have choices. And Upgrade wants you to make at least $1,500 a month. That's gross income to qualify. And rate discounts are available as well. What about the disadvantages? Well, Upgrade charges you an origination fee, and there is a high maximum APR. And you got to have a verifiable bank account and also a valid email address to actually transact with Upgrade. I want to talk to you now about Livestream. So when you think about Livestream, I want you to think about a subsidiary of Trist. So Trist actually is the new. It's just the product of a merger between BB&T and SunTrust. So Livestream is actually the online version, if you will, of the I would say the online version, the online department of Trist. And so what we love about Livestream is that you have a lot of opportunities. Okay, and Livestream offers some of the best interest rates, and you can get a personal loan on. And Livestream is very generous too. You can pay as little as 7%, which includes a 0.5% rate discount for setting up autopay on your account. And Livestream also offers a wide amounts. So when I talk about $100,000, that's the maximum. The minimum is $1,000. And Upgrade is even more generous when it comes to its capabilities. Why? Because they are actually allowing you to pay your loan within 12 months. Can you imagine? 12 months. I mean, sorry, 12 years. 12 years. So we're talking about 144 months. So basically, you have a 1 year, one year to 12 years. Fantastic. So the cool thing is that basically, depending on your loan purpose, you could have a repayment term as long as 12 years. That gives you a lot of time to actually repay your loan. That's just fantastic. So let's go through the pros and cons of Livestream here. So Livestream, you have same-day funding. By the way, with Livestream, you can have a soft pull process also. That's really cool. So you have same-day funding. You have loans up to $100,000. You have no origination fees. And there are rate discounts available. So that's kind of cool in terms of accelerating the whole process. You can get your cash a lot faster. That's really cool. Okay. So what about the cons here? Well, there is a high minimum loan amount in certain areas because Livestream actually adapts their minimum loan amounts to the states where you are applying from. So this is really what it is. And Livestream in some cases requires good or excellent credit for high loan amounts. And also the thing is that you got to have sufficient income or assets to repay the loan. So it is what it is. Next, you have Prosper. So when you think about the best fast personal loans, you got to really count into the whole equation Prosper. And Prosper actually gives you loan amounts that go from $2,000 all the way to $50,000. The APR goes from 9% to 36%. And the loan terms here, the repayment window, you are looking at 24 months to 60 months. So Prosper is not really as sort of flexible when it comes to a repayment window as say Livestream or Upgrade, because they're just capping you at 2 years to 5 years. But hey, listen, it is what it is. And what we love about Prosper is that basically, if you still working to improve your credit and need access to cash, Prosper could be a good option. Prosper generally offers personal loans for credit scores above 600. So that's really fantastic. Okay. And as a bonus, Prosper allows for co-applicants, meaning you can apply with someone else if you have a credit score of less than 600, especially if you're looking for a fast personal loan. And Prosper also has a low minimum APR. So borrowers with excellent credit could pay as little as 8.99%, which is really lower than any other lender in today's conversation. However, you got to really understand that Prosper has also a high maximum APR and charges an origination fee, which some other lenders don't do. So you got to really sort of weigh the pros and cons and see what really works for you. Okay. So what are those pros and cons? Let's quickly delve into them. So when you think about Prosper, the pros first, you have eligibility for credit scores as low as 600. We've seen in practice that Prosper is even willing to go a little lower, like around 580, around 575. You have low minimum APR. You have a lender who allows co-applicants. What about the cons here? What about the disadvantages? Well, this player charges an origination fee, okay, and high maximum APR and no loans of less than $2,000. But you gotta really live in a state where loans available, because Prosper doesn't cover the whole United States, and you also gotta have a U.S. bank account. Very important. Remember though, Prosper, when you think about Prosper, it's not really a direct lender because it is actually a peer-to-peer lending marketplace backed by Francisco Partners, Institutional Venture Partners, Third Point, and Jeffries. Okay, and founded in 2005, Prosper is headquartered in San Francisco. So this is really important to think about. Next, you have U.S. Bank. So if you're looking for a fast personal loans, you will love U.S. Bank. I mean, U.S. Bank is a mid-tier bank, a regional bank, and their APR, because this is a direct lender, right? So the APR is relatively lower. So it goes from 8.7% all the way to 25%, and loan amounts $1,000 to $50,000, and the loan terms range from 12 months to 84 months. So you have flexibility here. Flexibility here, we are speaking about 1 year to 7 years. And so what we love about U.S. Bank is that they're very flexible. They will work with you if you have a FICO score of at least 600. FICO score minimum 600. And you got to make at least $1,500 a month. That's gross income. And you got to be, of course, you got to be a U.S. Bank customer to qualify. Now, U.S. Bank doesn't have a soft pull process in place. So when you're ready, be ready before you apply, because they will just run a hard pull right away. They will do a hard credit check. So U.S. Bank might be the right choice for you if you're looking for a fast personal loan, if you would rather borrow from a big bank, especially if you are already a customer. You're eligible for larger loan amounts and longer repayment terms if you have an established banking relationship with U.S. Bank. And U.S. Bank actually has all the perks of a large bank. Physical branches make it easy to get personalized customer service. You can sit down with the loan officer to have all your all your questions answered, determine whether you are a good candidate for a loan, and even find out what other banking products might be appropriate for you. So that's really cool in terms of getting your needs met. So the pros first. When we talk about the pros and cons of U.S. Bank, you have physical branches in 27 states. That's why a little earlier I said that U.S. Bank is a mid-tier bank, is a regional bank. But hey, listen, it's better than a state bank. So you have 27 states, same-day funding, no origination fees, and competitive interest rates. What about the cons here? You have good or excellent credit required for non-customers. Non-customers restricted to smaller loans and shorter terms, and this service is not available in all states. So hey, listen, it is what it is. When we talk about the best fast personal loans, you got to really count in Patelco Credit Union. So Patelco is pretty interesting because first of all, you have a credit union that is very, very generous in terms of fast personal loans. You can actually get up to $100,000, and the minimum loan amount is $300,000 and the maximum $100,000. And in terms of APR, which is pretty reflexive of a credit union, APR goes from 9% to 18%, very low. But this is actually this epitomizes the low rates you usually have if you go to a credit union. Of course, with a credit union, you have to qualify for membership first. You got to be a member first. And with Patelco, basically here, you have a loan window, a loan repayment window that goes from 6 months all the way to 84 months. So when you think about Patelco, think about a geo restriction element. Why? Because as a regional credit union, Patelco is not really available to everyone, as you will need to meet its membership requirements. So both in terms of geography, but also in terms of biology. But one thing for sure, if you qualify, you will enjoy personal loans with appealing interest rates. That's what I said a little earlier. Loan amounts and repayment terms. First, Patelco offers competitive rates even for borrowers who only qualify for higher interest rates. There is a wide range of loan amounts available, ranging from as little as $300 to as much as $100,000. And you can choose, and that's even better, you can choose a repayment term ranging from 6 months to 7 years. Additionally, depending on your creditworthiness, you could also choose one of Patelco's secured loan options. Secure loan lending options include credit builder loans, secured lines of credit, savings secured loans, and certificate secured loans. So this is kind of important to think about. What are the pros and cons of PATRIKIOS? So you have the pros first. You have a low minimum and high maximum loan amounts. You have unsecured and secured loans available. You have competitive interest rates, and you have no origination fees. What about the cons here? Well, credit union membership is required. Membership requirements are kind of a little restrictive, and long repayment terms for a large loan only. So in terms of qualifications, you got to be a PATRIKIOS credit union member, and membership requirements include living, working, attending schools, or worshiping in certain California counties or cities. Alternatively, membership requirements also include being employed by a PATRIKIOS sponsor company or joining the Financial Fitness Association. Now, joining the FFA is the easiest, in our view, the easiest way to join PATRIKIOS right now if you don't qualify based on geography or biology. Next, you have a First Tech. So First Tech is it's a wonderful credit union, and First Tech Federal Credit Union. And so the loan amounts here, you're looking at the $500 all the way to $50,000. APR actually is also reflective of a credit union. So we're looking at 8% to 18%. In terms of loan terms, you are looking at 24 months to 84 months. Fantastic. So First Tech, when you close your eyes and think about First Tech, think about an excellent choice, especially if you need to borrow a relatively small amount. Now, small amounts, you're looking at $500 to $50,000. And within that, First Tech is really, First Tech can go granular. In other words, they can lend you $750, $1,500, $2,200. Like, they're very flexible. And so loans are really available for as little as $500, which is really lower than what most lenders offer on this list. So First Tech Federal doesn't charge origination fees, which can save you thousands on your loan cost. You can also apply with a co-signer or co-borrower if you don't qualify on your own. So that's really cool. And so when we think about the First Tech, what are the pros and cons of this lender here? So you have low minimum loan amounts. That's really cool. You have same-day funding available, no origination fees. You have a lender that allows co-signers and co-borrowers. On the flip side, though, credit union membership is required. Membership requirements can be restrictive, and you have long repayment terms for large loans only. So, one thing for sure, if you don't meet geographical or employment requirements, as well as biology requirements, you could join the Fitness Financial Association or the Computer History Museum to become a member. So that's really a great conduit to become a member real fast, okay? And so we love the fact that First Tech is really sort of flexible, and they can really take care of your fast personal loans really quickly. So what are the considerations here? So you heard the roundup. So what are the considerations here? It's important if you're trying to really get the best fast personal loan, you got to ask yourself one thing. What is my goal here? And what is my repayment ability? In other words, what is my budget, right? What is my income? What is my financial profile? Because the whole thing is, it's not just about getting a fast personal loan. That could be easy. If you have good credit, or less than, if you have decent credit, you can get a fast personal loan. The big question is, how are you going to repay the loan? Okay, what are the controls you have in place, the financial controls you have in place to repay the loan? What are the budgetary solutions you have actually found to repay the loan? That's really important. That's going to improve your chances of being approved in the first place. Okay, and so when we talk about comparing fast personal loans, because if you want to really see your ability to actually repay a loan, you got to be in a situation where you are better at comparing fast personal loans. So how do you compare those loans in the first place? Well, there are 4 elements, and I want you to remember those 4 elements. To compare them, you got to look at the interest rates, how much they're charging you in terms of percentage every single year. Because see, the interest rates are annualized, so you want to look at the interest rate. You want to look at the fees. I mean, is the lender charging you an origination fee, some kind of application fee, or what have you? Also, the disbursement time. How long would it take for you to receive the money? Because the last thing you want is to be approved for a loan and it takes forever, like forever for them to disperse the money to you. And you also want to think about the repayment terms. So you've seen in today's conversation, I shared with you that basically some fast personal loans allowed you to really pay like really over a long period of time. Now, long times are good in terms of reducing the monthly payments, but it really also means that you have to pay. You will be paying a lot of interest rates, okay, on that amount, on that loan amount. So it is what it is. So it's important for you, if you are trying to get a fast personal loan, to check rates ahead of time, respond quickly, sign the agreement promptly, and also know that you have alternatives. You also have alternatives to personal loans for fast cash. You have payroll advance, payday advance app. You have credit union emergency loans. You have credit card cash advances, and you have payday loans. So you have a lot of possibilities there. So what's the bottom line here? So in today's conversation, I explained to you the best fast personal loans. So I gave you the roundup, our consideration, and now the bottom line. So the roundup: number 1, SoFi; number 2, Upgrade; number 3, Lightstream; number 4, Prosper; number 5, US Bank; number 6, Patelco Credit Union; and number 7, First Tech Federal Credit Union. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.